Biff, bow, pang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's go! Welcome to another episode of Fave 5 from Fans. We are actually celebrating a part 2 of a Bat-tastic episode that we had in 2020, where I brought in Bat fan extraordinaire, Matt Hernandez. Matt, welcome back to the Plastic Microphone Studios.
Hey, Jamie, it's Matt, and yeah, I'm here. We've made it back. It's been a while.
Yes,
but we're here. We made it, and excited.
Me too. This has been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
We've had to reschedule a few times. Corona, thanks so much. and not the cool limey kind either.
No, not the cool line. Yeah, definitely not.
But now we're here. We have our bellies full of a nice little chicken stuffed with shrimp thing that your wife picked up, and it was yummy.
Yeah, man.
And I ate my green beans, so I get a cookie later.
Yeah, so we're all like filled up and fueled up, ready to talk about some Batman.
Yes, we are. So we got together earlier in 2020 and we discussed Batman in literature, in comic books, and it was really stimulating. I've gotten some good feedback on it, but we purposely left out Batman on the screen.
Yeah, totally.
So that's what we're swinging back around to tonight, and we are going to count out our Fave Batman movie and TV appearances. Now, this will be anything that was on any screen, whether it be movies at the theater or on TV. I hear that I might even hear about maybe possibly a documentary.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Perhaps.
The only thing we won't be covered is anything that was printed, and we also purposely avoided the video games.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw video games into it. I feel like it's its separate thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to stick to TV, animation, movies.
Yes.
And it's super difficult. I'm as we even talk, I'm still sort of rearranging my list right now, which is, it's been difficult.
Yes. But
I love it, but it's
we're going to do
there's so much.
There is.
And how do you group it together and get everything in? Because I know some stuff will not make the list.
And that's a shame.
It's a shame.
and the things that barely make the list are what we call our honorable mentions.
True.
Those things that were just so close, but they didn't make the Fave 5.
Totally.
And I think you've brought a couple of those. 12, was it?
12 yeah, it feels like 12 honorable mentions. Jeez. It's how do you distill it down to 5? There's so much. There's so much. And there's so many great adaptations. Holy cow. I think it's that meal. It's
Holy Thesaurus, Batman.
Holy Thesaurus. Yeah. There's too many.
There are.
To count.
There are. But that's why we're here. We're here to count them down. And so, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay.
Fire up the bat thrusters. Nuclear piles to full.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
So let's jump on it and tell us your honorable mentions.
Oh man, you go with yours first. You want me to start?
Yeah, I always let the guests start first. Do you need a few more minutes to get your list in order?
Jamie. Okay, honorable mentions. Okay, the 1940 film serials.
Yeah, good ones where Batman had a gun.
Yeah,
Batman's got a gun.
I'm not going to go into them, but I'm just going to say the 1940 serials, they're honorable mention.
Poor Robin never got pants.
What else is in there? I don't want to go too in depth because I want to save the meat and potatoes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
some people will probably disagree with me on this, but the Lego Batman movie,
Oh yeah,
Will Arnett,
with his lobsters.
yeah, and Zach Galifianakis as the Joker, like that was hilarious. Some people will say we have a friend of our mutual friend of ours that says that's the best Batman iteration ever,
Yeah.
and the best Batman film ever. While I don't
disagree, but
I don't disagree. It's really fun, but it's in there.
yeah.
So I have to make some mention of it. So definitely those two, and then a documentary that's really fun is Bat Kid Begins, which is the Wish heard around the world. It was that documentary back in 2015, and super fun film about this kid and Make a Wish, and they basically give him his wish to become Batman.
That's awesome. The whole town turns
out, and
I didn't cry when I read that.
It's a fun, heartwarming film, and like I said, go check it out, go see it. It's really fun. All these people came together. They had a Batmobile. They had all the people dressed up as villains in the city, and so it's very heartwarming. And that's also in the honorable mention. There is another documentary, but I think it's going to be in the 5 because it goes into. I'll tell you. We'll talk about it. Talk about it. But it's in there because I like it because it delves into Batman's history. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I have 2 honorable mentions. First of all, I want you to take a chill pill, because when you hear this, you may freak out a little bit, but I want you to know that there's a reason that he's here. Okay? So my honorable mention, number 2, is Kevin Conroy from The New Adventures of Batman. Okay?
All right.
So we know that he started in 1997 and has been off and on Batman still to this day. He played Bruce Wayne there on the CW latest crossover. So I had already had a well-established Batman love by the time his stuff came out. And at 97, I was already 27 years old. So it was kind of difficult for me to find a new Batman love. But I always appreciated what he did. And I especially liked the episode, The Legends of the Dark Knight, which is loosely based on the Batman Nobody Knows from Batman 250, And it's really cool because it acknowledges the work of Bill Finger and Dick Sprang, and even Frank Miller is on there. And the way that he does his voices and everything is great. So that first came out October 10th of 1998. And it was a story by Dan Riba, and Bruce Timm, of course, always has his fingerprints over all that. So that's my number 2. And then my number 1 is actually a Bat twofer, because my second favorite Batman, honorably mentioned, is Batman Beyond. Terry McGinnis, as voiced by Will Friedle. And, of course, we can't forget that Kevin Conroy is back as the older statesman.
Oh, man.
So good.
One of my favorites.
And my very favorite episode will probably always be The Call, Part 1 and 2, because I always love to see the future heroes and stuff. So that's a great little 2-parter where Batman, of course, been replaced by with Terry. There's all new different people in the Justice League, except for our original Superman. But there's something quite not right about him. And just the way that this young Batman has to work with these other heroes, it's one of the first times that he's really delved into that kind of world. And I loved this episode, and I love this portrayal of Batman. I wish it would have lasted a lot longer.
Nice.
So,
good call.
Thank you.
Good call.
Thank you. Those are coming from you. That's a Bat compliment.
Oh, man.
So, now.
That's really good.
We've had chicken and rice, but now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes.
Oh, nice.
Meat and potatoes. Let's have your number 5 Batman appearance.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so number 5, I'm going to throw it in here. It's the documentary we were talking about. It's Batman and Bill. It was done in 2017. It's the Bill Finger documentary.
Yes, it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu right now. Yeah, it's based on the 2012 book Bill the Boy Wonder, the secret co-creator of Batman by Mark Tyler Nobleman. Now, Mark Tyler Nobleman, he really went in depth and searched out and wrote this book about Bill Finger. And, secretly, Bill Finger was the daddy of pretty much Batman.
Yeah.
You have Bob Kane, who went through and claimed it and pretty much took all the ideas and kind of put him as sole creator of Batman. That went on for years upon years upon years. But those who knew. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so he basically made it his quest to get Bill Finger the recognition that he so richly deserved.
Yeah.
And so this, documentary just kind of takes you on this journey about Bill Finger, how he came to be, and then how he ended up working with Bob Kane and helping pretty much create the Batman mythos, which Bob Kane accepted as the sole creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was never credited for his work. Everybody thinks that Bob Kane created Batman. It's not the whole truth. He made it his crusade to get Bill Finger the recognition, and it is such a very amazing love letter to Bill Finger, and to bring him the credit that he deserves. And he worked with Finger's granddaughter, and they just went through this legal battle, and basically they went through and reached an agreement in 2015 where all the future Batman media will list the character as created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger. And that was huge. The documentary, it's great. It features so many people that are associated with Batman. You got Michael E. Uslan, who had the film rights and brought Batman '89 to life, and he's still involved with it to today. Roy Thomas is in there. You got Kevin Smith, McFarlane's in there, Charles Sinclair, and Fred Van Lint, and then it goes and talks about Jerry Robinson, and it's just neat. It's just really cool.
Wow, that sounds cool.
The book, it's called Bill the Boy Wonder, the secret co-creator of Batman by Mark Tyler Nobleman. And it basically just challenged the whole notion about how Bill Finger actually came up with Batman and
set the story straight, huh?
Robin, the Joker, basically everything you love about Batman, Bill Finger came up with for the most part. Yeah, definitely for the most part.
Wow.
So that's my number 5.
That's a good one, man. That's a very good one.
You can watch it right now on Hulu, and it's great. The interviews are great. I highly recommend it.
Cool. I like that one, man. That's a good one. I didn't even go there. Not even close to that.
So I will say this. So he finally received credit in season 2 of the TV series Gotham that was out.
Oh, yeah.
And then also what you can see in 2016 Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. He has that on-screen credit, the co-creation of Batman. And so...
And does his family get royalties now from it?
Yeah, the family's
good.
Getting taken care of.
Getting paid. That's good.
So
Too bad he didn't get to see it, but,
Yeah, no, totally. But, what's nice is that this guy... he made it his mission. I thought that was great. I was
is cool.
Man, it's he's trying to bring justice. Batman brings justice to those who are wronged.
Right,
and
right.
That's what his whole mission was, to bring justice to Bill Finger.
That's cool.
So, highly recommended. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well, my number 5 is a very short-lived show. It was just about 3 seasons. It was Diedrich Bader as Batman from The Brave and the Bold. What's that face?
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you. I loved Bader's performance. I won't go too much into it because but it got a lot of grief for the same things it got a lot of praise for.
Yeah.
So it really comes down to, you could tell that it was all about what your preferences were.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you had the little cold opening, that you had the driving around in the beginning to the songs, and then you had it. And it never was it done better, in my opinion, than Batmite Presents Batman Strangest Cases.
It's such a good episode.
It's such a good episode. You've got the Bill Finger version of, I'm sorry. So first of all, it starts out with the Batmanga look, which is like a secret history of Batman in Japan, in which Corey Burton was Batman and Gray the Lyles was Robin, taking on Lord Deathman. Who was Diedrich Bader.
And this is a real thing.
Yeah.
This is a real thing.
And so it's all about Batmite sitting around doing what he does and playing all of these little things kind of in his head on his special TV. And then you had a really great crossover that harkened back to the times that they were on Scooby-Doo. And so the mystery involved Weird Al Yankovic.
Yep.
Which was just awesome. And it references the Joker and the Penguin being in the episodes. And it was actually it's actually one of my favorites because I really enjoyed it. The other thing I liked is at the beginning in the title, they had that little recreation of the Mad Magazine Batboy and Reuben that was voiced by Frank Welker as Batman and Jeff Bennett. So I really loved those episodes. They brought back Frank Welker for Batman, Scooby, and Fred. They had some new people. Matthew Lillard came in as Shaggy.
Yep.
Mindy Cohen and Kate McCurkey, I think so how you say. They both did voices of Velma, who had both played her at different times. It was just a great episode, a good way to kind of look back over the things that he had done. And I don't know, it was just executed perfectly. That show and that whole series were just one of my favorites. Shout out to Aquaman.
Oh, outrageous.
So anyway, that's my number 5.
Oh my gosh.
I will toss the bowl batarang to you and give us your number 4.
You'll never guess what my number 4 is.
That's probably because you haven't figured it out yet.
No,
I'll wait.
It's actually Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
Look,
ding, 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 ding.
Look, it's right here.
We have a match.
I'm so happy you brought up Batman Brave and the Bold because it's actually one of my guilty pleasures. Mm-hmm. I have all the DVDs right here.
I saw them earlier.
And it is absolutely fantastic. It's like it's like Silver Age. It's like golden. It's all brought together. And what's great is that James Tucker, who is one of the producers, and he would help develop it. Him with Michael Jelenic, man, they went like deep into the characters that you would normally not see, like in the current animated state. It was awesome.
They had fun.
They had a lot of fun with that show. Some people didn't dig it. I like the serious tone of Batman. I like all that. But this was actually really fun. And the more I watched them, the more I really liked.
Well, they knew what they were trying to do.
Yes.
They weren't trying to be something else. And that's what I think they just hit right on the nose.
So I was making a list about this, what to talk about with you, because I'm so happy that you said it, first off. Because I wasn't sure if you were going to dip into animation. I knew you would, but I didn't know if you would hit this. So being that you said that as number 5 and I already had it as number 4, this is perfect because it segued right into mine. So fantastic. They had so many people show up and voice characters on this. And so I started picking out people that you would recognize that made special appearances. So I know you like Greatest American Hero. Mm-hmm. So William Catt played Hawkman in it.
Right.
Okay. Another actor that you like is Jeffrey Combs, I bet.
Yes.
From Reanimator. He was Kite Man.
I remember Kite Man. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, so I made sure to go through and look at some of these actors that you were very familiar with. Okay, so Kevin Conroy, of course, he showed up again. He was Batman of Zur-En Ra.
Uh-huh. That's the one where he's like the Superman of the world,
yeah,
right?
And so it's almost like Lex Luthor, but his name's backwards. It's Rotel or well, I can't know how to pronounce it, but he's like the bad guy, and it harkens back to the old school Superman films, and they had the giant robots and stuff. You know which one I'm talking about.
I do.
So Kevin Conroy came back. He also played Phantom Stranger in it.
Oh, that's one of your favorites, huh?
Phantom Stranger's cool. Grey Ghost from the animated series, and we'll talk about that coming up.
Yeah. Ooh, spoiler.
Spoiler. Anyway. Tim Conway was in it as the Weeper. Mark Hamill showed back up in there, not as the Joker,
no,
but as the Spectre.
Ah.
So you'll like this one as well. Julie Newmar shows up as Martha Wayne in the episode Chill of the Night.
Oh.
And then you also have Adam West, who actually plays Thomas Wayne in Chill of the Night. And then also in Batman Brave and the Bold, they had the Protobot.
Okay.
So they had basically, it was before they had the Batman robots, he was trying to come up with something to help kind of also, while he was out, this robot would go and fight. So Adam West voiced the Protobot.
That's cool.
Which is really funny. Will Wheaton was in there. He played Blue Beetle, Ted Cord.
Oh, okay.
And then Gary Owens, famous voice actor, Space Ghost. There was an episode, Space Ghost was in there.
That's awesome.
So Batman Brave and the Bold, if you've never seen it, go watch it.
Yes.
It is fantastic. They had 3 seasons of it. You mentioned like they had the crossover with Scooby-Doo.
And Weird Al.
And Weird Al was in there.
We love me some Weird Al.
You know, it's just fun. They even bring in like newer characters like Blue Beetle, but it's the Jaime Reyes character, Blue Beetle. And then, of course, Aquaman was all over the place. Outrageous. And yeah, I highly recommend it. It's just fun escapism, and Batman just doing basically he's like the protector of the universe in a way, and like he's in spaceships, and he has like the bat laser sword that comes out his belt, and he'll fight with sometimes, and it's just fun.
And one of the best finales of any show. I mean, when you know that you're ending and you have the chance to do it right again with Batmite. Oh man, it was fantastic.
No, and he broke the fourth wall, and it was great.
It was great.
And the cold opens were fantastic.
Yes. And some
was
were really
fun.
short, and some, weren't so small, but every one of them was. They even had the Warlord in one of them, if I'm not mistaken.
And I love that they had Starro as like the main villain. He was in the second season. He was like the overarching villain. Fantastic.
Great,
it was
great
really
pull.
fun.
I approve.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So my number 4 is I'm gonna mention a name that you've probably heard me say already, Kevin Conroy.
Nice.
But I'm talking about the Justice League Unlimited appearances. Oh. This was when we had more of a truism. You didn't have all of the different, little adventures with Robin, and this is where Batman was the JLA version that I loved in the 70s. He was to himself while trying to be part of that team. And we all know that, from reading in the 70s and the 80s, Batman wasn't as dark as he is now. But back then he had everybody's interest in heart. And so the things that he did, he was doing in preparation of something. And then it just got really, really dark later. And which, don't get me wrong, I love those. But this one was just a really nice, pure version of the Batman adventures. Having said that, my favorite episode is this little piggy. Don't ask me why.
Okay, you gotta explain what it is, though. You gotta let these people know.
This is an episode where a centuries-old enchantress, Circe, I think, transforms Wonder Woman into a pig as revenge against the mom, the Queen Hippolyta. And so Batman and Zatanna have to work together to return her to normal. One of my favorite things was when she was a pig, she still had the bracelets on.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
They actually made that figure, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And I remember at one point, B'wana Beast is looking for Wonder Pig before she gets butchered. So this one actually has Rachel York singing in the episode, and she sings Lulu's Back in Town. But like I said, there's so many of those episodes, the Justice League, they brought in so many other characters. They're very, very rich, but I love this episode. It just makes me laugh in all the right places.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I highly...
You like that, huh?
I like that one.
Oh, good.
That's good. That's really good. JLU number... Yeah, man.
I'm like surprising you with my picks, huh?
You really are.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd have more animation, but you got more animation. I have a lot of animation in mind.
Now, we're going to go live next, but I'm not going to tell you where we're going. And even when I start to tell you, you're not going to know where I'm going.
Probably not.
So I'm going to zig and you zag.
Okay.
So let's zag with your number 3.
Okay. So, it's almost like I had to bundle some of this stuff, So I've been going back and forth because I love, you can't mention a list like this and not mention the live action Batman that have been around. I will say that I'm really excited for Robert Pattinson's take on it.
Okay.
Matt Reeves' version of the Batman, and from what we've seen with the teaser trailer and just, production, just behind the scenes photos that have been coming out, it looks really promising.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, especially when they had the DC fandom, that big
event, online event.
The big online event that went down, and Matt Reeves was in there, and they gave him a big part in where he was talking about the Batman, and he delved into stories that he liked. He referenced Batman Ego, which Darwin Cook worked on, and pulled in some reference, and he really showed a passion for the character and kind of knew, he was invested highly, and he really wanted to tell his story of it.
Cool.
So
it will be interesting when it comes out.
It will be interesting when it comes out. So I'm really excited about it. So it's almost like I want to say like I'm grouping all these live action Bat characters together.
Okay.
But I'm trying not to.
You do what you got to do, man.
I will say.
I'll cut out the other stuff later.
Yeah, totally. It's almost like I have, a lot of people say Michael Keaton is the best Batman. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
In the '89 Batman
Oh,
Returns.
yeah.
A lot of people are diehard Nolan fans with Christian Bale. But my number 3, and I'm going with it. I'm just going to stick with it. I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I like Batfleck, man.
Batfleck, come on.
No, totally. I like the vibe he brought. Yes, there was some stuff with the Batman v Superman film, and then also with Justice League, how it kind of got, but the essence of the character, I really, really dug.
Cool.
I like his portrayal of it. I like that grizzled Batman. I liked, he's just weary from the years upon years of, battling criminals in Gotham. He's lost partners, they have in the film, in the Batman v Superman. They're showing the Robin suit.
Right.
Joker kills him. Haha, bat joke's on you. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But what Bale brought to it was nice.
Yeah.
I like the seasoned, gritty.
But Affleck.
Affleck.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it, and that one sequence, that one fight sequence when they're going save Martha. They're going to save Martha Kent. You know what I mean? And that sequence, he jumps from the bat plane. Alfred's like taking control of the bat plane. He jumps through the glass, and then he goes into this like scary boogeyman, like surprise him, pulls the that whole fight sequence, and he's grappling gun, he's shooting across, he's like breaking bones. That whole fight sequence that was amazing. I thought
that was good.
Fantastic. I thought there was weight to the character. I thought he brought it.
Well, that's cool.
So, out of the recent, movies, live action, Batfleck is actually up there for me.
That's
I
awesome.
like Keaton, and then I go Bale. So, it's probably, controversial.
No, it's your favorite.
But I like the Batfleck, and I like to see. They're redoing Justice League right now. They're going to have the Zack Snyder, on the HBO Max. And I hope from that, we'll get his vision. I don't think it's adding so much, but it's definitely going to be edited differently.
Oh, yeah.
And then the scenes that he's adding in. But I like that we get a chance to see Ben Affleck again as Batman, but told through Schneider's eyes on that. I'm not the biggest Schneider fanboy, but the take on Batman that Ben Affleck brought, it's fantastic. And I hope that they actually do a series with him.
Yeah.
I would love if that would happen. They would do a Batman Ben Affleck series on HBO Max. I'd be here for it. Like,
you'd subscribe just for that.
I would totally even if they did like a mini series thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those those events that they do. Those that would be cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm excited to see what happens. And supposedly there's a fight sequence with him and Deathstroke.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know, but I enjoyed Batfleck. So Batman and Media.
There you go, man.
There you go.
That's a great number 3.
Thank you.
Number 3.
It really is. It's such a cop-out cheat version of it.
That's okay.
But like I said, this is hard. This was a hard one to do, and I love all of it, though. That's why.
Oh. Well, cool. Well, okay, so my number 3 is going to be Adam West. Because as a kid, the 66 Batman was just the everything. I mean, we would come home from school and we would watch the episodes. Most of the time, there were 2 episodes every day, so we'd get to see the whole arc of stuff. And I just loved what Adam West did with the character. I liked some of the really weird stuff, too. The ones out there where he's like, surfing, wearing the board shorts.
I have that action figure.
Yes, I do too, actually. I do too, because I love it.
That's fantastic.
So I loved that series, but everybody who is listening to this show probably knows about Batman 66. So there's not a lot that I can tell you about him that you probably don't already know. But what I can tell you is that I also loved Legends of the Superheroes.
I know about this.
Yes?
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
I've watched pieces of it.
Uh-huh.
I've never watched the whole thing because I don't think I could finish. I just couldn't sit through it.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it for what it is.
It is amazing. As a kid, when this came out, you had one of the first live action group settings of all of these superheroes that we have never seen before. I mean, you had Batman, Robin, Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, Captain Marvel, Huntress, and Black Canary. And was
Apache Chief in it?
No, but there was a guy called Scarlet Cyclone who they had made for this. He was an older superhero.
Okay.
And it was his retirement. And the party gets interrupted by the Legion of Doom. So you're seeing the Riddler, Weather Wizard, Sinestro, Mordru, Dr. Savannah, which was weird, Giganta, and Solomon Grundy.
Nice.
And so they come in and break in, and you have to, they planted a bomb somewhere or something. So these guys go all over the town to do it. And it's some of the weirdest stuff. You know, I want to say they go like Batman and Robin end up at like a used car lot or something, you know, just really, really out there.
Nice.
It also includes, I don't even know if I should bring this up, but it also includes a second night, which was a roast. And it's exactly what it is. It was a roast of the superheroes, and they introduce a new character called Ghetto Man.
Oh my god! Really?
Yes, who comes and performs a stand-up comedy routine. I'm not sure, but I think it was Garrett Morris that did it.
Really?
Yes, I'm not sure. And then Aunt Minerva, the Captain Marvel villain, she's in it, looking with her sixth husband, I think. Rhonda Reuter, an entertainment reporter, and then the Atom is in there as well. So for me, it was just, I'm telling you right now, it is total nostalgia. And when they had these released on DVD that you could order specifically, I ordered them both.
Oh, right.
Yes, you know, and they're just, I have them. They're great. I will be more than happy to loan them to you if you think you can sit through them. But it's tough, because it's by today's standards. But it's just, you could imagine being 7-8 years old and seeing this, you know, 2 nights in a row. It's like, it was total overload.
Yeah, Adam West Batman's pretty great.
He is. You can't go wrong.
He's not in my top, but I love. That's the first time. That's one of the first times I saw Batman was Adam West. But I've tried to go back and watch some of those old episodes of '66.
Yeah, they're tough.
They're tough to get through. Some of them are tough to get through.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I wasn't going to say something, but I'm going to bring it up now.
You can bring it up.
One other thing that I love is the 2 Batman and Robin movies that they did animated with Burt Ward and him in them. I thought those were fantastic.
I need to go back and rewatch them.
I especially I think it was the first one with Julie Newmar's the Catwoman.
Yeah.
And when they're fighting and Batman gets punched, she separates, and you see all 3 iterations of Eartha Kitt, and you know all of those yes.
And
it is just, it's not even 5 seconds.
I remember the frozen food. I remember they were in that frozen food factory.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was funny.
It was just those 2 things were the perfect jump from what we knew in '66 to today's. And it was fantastic. But I wasn't going to say anything because I wasn't sure. But.
No. But also with those 2 movies, and they had William Shatner as Two-Face.
Yes. Yeah, the first time he'd ever been animated, right?
For '66.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because he was not back.
He was not in the original series at all.
Right.
But I know they did the comic series, the Batman '66 comic series.
Yes, that was good.
It was in that.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Good catch.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you. Well, I'm glad he got represented then.
Oh, totally. I felt bad not having him on my list too.
Oh, yeah.
I have Batman '66 typed in here, and like as much as I like it, it was like
so much other.
There's so much stuff that I grew up on that I like.
But see, that's a generational thing.
It is a generational thing
because we didn't have that when I was a kid, and so we had some other Batman, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit after you give me your number 2.
I feel so bad about that number 3 with the cop out, and I put all the live action in one kind of and layered it that way. But I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, love Dark Knight, I love that version of it. But man, that Batfleck, man,
yeah,
he brought it.
He loves
okay,
Batfleck.
But what the surprisingly, the big thing, you know, is like I love animation, especially, you know,
one can tell.
Yeah, no, totally. My number 2 is Batman Beyond.
Oh, cool.
It's up there for me.
Yes.
Because I really, really enjoy what they did with that. You know, such a huge Batman the Animated Series fan. And then, you know, it ends and you're like,
What
I
the
want to see what's going to continue. And so this was like the perfect thing for me because I liked seeing old Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
I
me
liked
too.
seeing what happened. And you get that whole backstory with what took place. They filled it in, you know, with Batman Beyond Return of the Joker.
Right.
So that whole Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, and then that whole thing is just amazing. I love Terry McGinnis. I think he's fantastic as Batman.
Yeah.
I love the look of the outfit. Even from the first episode of Batman Beyond, you see Bruce Wayne in that futuristic bat suit, and he's going to save.
It's like a little girl or something.
Yeah,
right?
she's like a socialite, and he's going in there. And the whole dramatic thing about like he's fighting, he's going, he has a heart thing. He has he has to stop. He ends up grabbing that gun.
Yeah.
And you know, Batman doesn't use guns.
Yeah.
Well,
he did.
well, if you look in the live action films, he does. But you know. But him grabbing that gun was very powerful.
Very
like,
powerful.
I remember watching that and being like, "Holy snap!" Like he couldn't defend himself, and he had to go to the point of like pulling a gun on a perp.
The thing he hates the
The
most.
thing that he hates the most. He doesn't like guns,
Yeah.
and you know he's trying to rescue that kidnapped heiress, nearly being killed.
Yeah.
And he betrays the lifelong principle, and he threatens to use the gun, and so. Batman no more. He's in the Batcave, turning all lights off, and then you fast forward 20 years later. The story moves forward. It's 2039 in Neo Gotham, futuristic version of Gotham City. Fantastic. It's like a megalopolis. It's like staggering high rises. You got flying vehicles are going down. Bruce is in his 70s.
And can't forget Ace. Ace the Bat
I was
Hound.
getting to it. You know, he's a recluse, bitter. He's isolated himself. The only companion. Alfred's gone. Ace.
Yeah.
And I love that they had Ace.
I do too. I thought that was so classic.
And it was great throughout the season. You know, as you know, you have Terry, a young kid, almost like you know, you're looking at him. He kind of favors Bruce
Yeah.
when you first see him, and I'm like, okay, they did that on purpose,
Sure.
you know, but like. There's so much with this story. It's very rich. They went very deep with the Batman mythos. They created their own characters, their own villains. You know,
Ink,
which is fantastic.
Blight was my favorite.
Blight was amazing. Derek Powers.
You had that action figure?
I don't.
Oh,
I have some of the Batman Beyond figures. I don't know if I have the Blight one.
Yeah. I've got that one and the Flight one.
But turning the Jokers, it was a street gang.
Yeah.
So they are all influenced by the Joker. You have the side character. You have his girlfriend, who is Dana Tan, and so seeing a young Batman balance it's almost like Spider-Man in a way.
Yeah.
But I feel like they separated themselves so much more. So he's trying to balance his social life, balance his mom and his brother. You get like this
And school.
Eventually, you know, fighting all these criminals and doing all this stuff, and he's fighting all these futuristic criminals. He ends up getting almost like an Alfred type role in Maxine Max Gibson, who is Cree Summer, who voiced that. Of course, you know, that was great because it wasn't like she was a sidekick. She was kind of a nuisance at first, but like she really became under the wing of like. She eventually became in the fold and helped Terry out in some situations. Frank Welker was Ace, by the way.
Yes.
And then you saw like an older Barbara Gordon in there. Stockard Channing.
Yeah.
Rizzo.
Uh-huh.
Of course, Kevin Conroy.
Pink Ladies.
Yeah, Pink Ladies. Kevin Conroy, of course, Batman. And he did such a great job. And if you ever listen to him, how he changed his voice from like the young Batman to the old grizzled Batman, great. And I love Will Friedle. as Terry McGinnis.
You've met him, haven't you?
I've worked with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, so I thought. I met him once at a show.
And he is just super cool, super nice. But Batman Beyond is definitely my number 2. And what's cool about it is that, so the series ended, and so, you have the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. That whole movie in itself is fantastic because it ties in, that's
the Mark Hamill Joker,
That's
right?
the Mark Hamill Joker. And what's crazy about that one was that you actually get a lot more backstory into how the Joker died.
Yeah.
And what happened with that and why Batman kills the Joker. Spoiler alert. And it actually stems off of the new Batman Adventures you had brought up earlier, where the Joker kidnaps Tim Drake.
Okay.
And brainwashes him into become basically Joker Jr.
Amazing episode.
Which was crazy in itself, but what really ties it together is like now in the future, the Joker thought so far ahead with the stolen technology that he had and implants his essence into that chip. And then you have years upon years later,
boom, there
Return
he is.
of the Joker.
In a spry.
And it's crazy because like I remember watching it the first time and I was like blown away. I was like, what is going on? Why is he back? How is this happening? You know? So it's just fantastic. And what's nice is that, when the series, like I was saying, that when the series ended, you really didn't get a wrap up with the series. And so in Justice League Unlimited, they have an episode called Epilogue, which basically is now more into the future. Terry McGinnis is a grown up Batman. He's in the Justice League Unlimited thing and he's doing his thing. And you end up finding out about how he came to be, which was unseen because with that Cadmus tech, and it ties in my number 1, which we're about to talk about in a minute. But you find out basically that Terry McGinnis, for all intents and purposes, is Bruce Wayne's son.
Wow. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, in Epilogue, and it tie. It's. It's just really neat how they tied it all together. So, golly, I don't want to spoil anymore.
All right. Well, that's cool. Don't then. I'll have to go and watch that one. I don't know how I missed it.
You can borrow it. I'll let you borrow it.
Wow. So I have a number 2 that you haven't talked about. And based on what you just said, I don't think you will. But I am talking about the Batman as portrayed by Olin Soul for over 15 years as the Batman on the all-new Super Friends Hours and all of its different iterations.
I know about it.
Yes. So
I've never been the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, again,
but
generational.
I like it. It's a generational thing.
And the reason I picked this one, because they were on a whole bunch of different times. I mean, they would take them and they would slice them up and put them on different shows with different people. But I loved the Wonder Twins and the Space Monkey Gleek. I mean, it was an amazing show because you had the show before with Wendy and Marvin and the dog. And I just got to say, they were just annoying, okay? Because they're just some kids hanging out with all these superheroes. And I'm like, come on, why can't I do that? But anyway, so this one, when they brought them in, at least they were aliens with crappy powers. I mean, they would put their little things in shape of an ice bucket, form of ice. Okay, great.
Wasn't Batman the main mentor?
He was.
Okay.
And so Olin had done it over and over and over again. Like I said, he did it from 68 all the way to 83. And just that voice that he has with him, and I think Casey Kasem was Robin.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it was just before Conroy came along. When I would close my eyes, that's what I heard. So I love this show. It was very typical 70s where it always had a message to it, and everything got wrapped up nice and neat at the end. Either it's about vandalism or about saying no to drugs and stuff. But it was good. And then some of them would have like 3 and 4 different mini episodes in them. So it'd be like 7 minutes long. And then you get one that was 3 minutes and stuff. And this was before they added all the other characters to it. This was the one where you had the basic Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Robin. And I just, like I said, it's always near and dear to my heart because you think about it, 15 years he was Batman. And most people don't even know his name, you know? So, anyway, that's it.
I always assumed it was Adam West.
I know.
A lot of it, because he sounded so much like Adam West.
Yeah. Nope.
And he played it like that. So, but that deserves to be on there.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, thank you.
That's a good one.
Because it's going to be on there.
No, well, it's your favorite.
I will bat you down.
That's pretty good.
Well, thank you.
Puns. All right. So, what number are we on?
Let's see with the Bat computer what number we are now on.
Are we on number
one?
Oh, man.
We have gotten to the ultimate favorite Batman.
Like I said, this has been one of the toughest things ever. I mean, even when we did the comics and the stories, that's super hard. There's just so much. 80 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Too much.
I'm with you.
But really where I really super besides the comics, where I really loved Batman, where I really, of course, Batman the Animated Series. The animated series was de facto the jam, dude. It's so amazing. In particularly, okay, so Batman the Animated Series, okay.
That was the first one where it started out with just him and Robin. No Batgirl,
it was just
no
him.
Nightwing.
It was just him to start.
Yeah, okay.
And then you kind of folded in Robin. And at this time, they had made Robin, college age. He's going to college, okay?
Uh-huh.
But in particular with Batman, the animated series, I mean, Kevin Conroy, the voice, I mean, the list goes on and on with this show, man. It set the standard of how you could tell a superhero story and have depth to it.
Right.
And it's it's rich.
And Bruce Timm and Paul Dini.
Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, Alan Burnett, man.
Yeah, they all pulled off some amazing episodes.
They did. It's
not even right to call them episodes.
They did the Lord's work, man.
Yeah, I mean, they created a whole nother world for Batman to be in. And you had that weird 50s, 30s, 90s, all in the same city. You didn't know where you were and what things were.
And it's timeless, and it's classic look. And when you
got
always
Zeppelins,
that Art Deco, man.
It was awesome.
They did so many good things. But now, okay, so people have talked about Batman the Animated Series forever now, you know what I mean? So some of the standout episodes for me, I will mention this, On Leather Wings.
Mm-hmm. That was the original
one with Man-Bat, and that's such a good episode. Robin's Reckoning, where you go back and you find out
when they're at the circus?
With Haley. Yeah. So it's Haley's Circus, and then you find out it's Zuko is the guy that ends up in this version that kills the Flying Graysons, and so basically Batman's kind of like the guy went underground and kind of kept it, Robin in the dark, Dick Grayson in the dark about it a little bit, and then he comes back to town, and then Robin goes hardcore on a revenge trek to get him. Yeah. Such a good episode.
Good episode.
And then I really like the Grey Ghost episode. And that was a character they made up for the series. And Adam West played the Grey Ghost. And Simon Trent's the character. And basically this is the guy that young Bruce Wayne would watch on TVs. And he was his Batman. Right. And it
was kind of like a shadow
He was
figure.
like a pulp serial character. But really good episode. It's fantastic. And Batman animated series, but in particular with Batman the animated series, this is what I was leading up to, was when they released Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Yes. That is one of my absolute favorites. Eric Radomowski and Bruce Timm directed it, and they decided to go feature theatrical release with it, and it is just amazing. It's the first original theatrical film produced by Warner Brothers Animation, and it is super fantastic. It delves into the basically the beginning mythos of Batman.
Saw it in the theaters.
And so it's you have Batman meeting pretty much the love of his life Andrea Beaumont while visiting his parents' grave, and they kind of hit it off, and mutual attraction, and then some stuff.
Mutual interests.
Mutual interest too, yeah.
Unbeknownst to them.
Yeah, so, but you get like a backstory with the Joker as well with this. You kind of see the little things where, Batman, Bruce Wayne's already on his path becoming Batman and what he's going to do. So when he meets Andrea, kind of throws a little wrench into it. He doesn't know if he should do it. He can't be putting his life on the line every night and having a love interest, type thing. So, that whole thing, and you get the backstory with her dad, and then something happens.
Yeah.
Go away. You end up years later getting these mob bosses starting to be murdered, and people thinking it's Batman. Well, it's not Batman. It's Phantasm. And so all of a sudden you have like this, dark angel showing up, and you don't know who it is, and you kind of sort of think who it is, but it's a red herring.
Yeah.
It ends up being.
Yeah. That is a great movie.
And I love how they tie Joker into there. And it's beautiful to watch. It holds up.
Yeah. Now there were
strong.
A couple of movies, right?
Yeah, they released that one, and then it actually didn't do so hot in the theaters.
Right, but it made a big following, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of people follow it. They have the Sub-Zero one right here. It's the Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. That was a direct-to-release.
Okay.
That Batman Beyond I mentioned, Return of the Joker, that was a direct-to-release. And actually, what's crazy, I don't know why I'm swinging back to this, but they have an original uncut version of Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, which you need to watch. And it has a lot of stuff that was taken out.
Oh, okay.
They had to do I meant to mention that to you, but... look, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was holding it up. I was like, "Hey, look, Kevin Conroy signed that one." But definitely, man, Mask of the Phantasm is classic. It's timeless.
Yeah.
And I love the first time they show Bruce Wayne in the cave getting ready for the first time he puts on the cowl, because they show him not in his pre-Batman gear. He doesn't really know who he is, but man, that first time you see, and you have Alfred handing him the cowl, and he puts it on. Man, and he's got the chunky belt, and he's got just the black logo. I was like, man, that's amazing. That's like one of my favorite action figures I have.
Yeah.
It's from that they released it, that retro Batman.
Yeah. I'm always a purple gloves guy. You
like the purple gloves.
Purple gloves.
He's good. But there you go. That's like my number. Like, I love that film.
That is a great pick.
Oh yeah.
My better pick. We've already discussed, but it's Michael Keaton.
Gangster.
As both Batman from '89 and Batman Returns.
I'm not mad at it.
From '92.
I'm not mad at it at all.
And hopefully from the Flash movie coming out soon.
Okay, yeah.
That would be. Who I heard they're talking to Linda Carter now too.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So there's not a lot that hasn't been said about Michael Keaton's performance, and I'll tell you, as being a young man of the time.
No, I'm with you.
Okay. I was so worried about what Michael Keaton was going to do.
I was young at the time. You were a little bit older.
Yeah, I was 19. Okay. So I had seen Multiplicity and Mr. Mom and the movies that Michael Keaton had done before. And so when I heard he was going to be Batman, I'm like, what? But then they hired Jack Nicklaus. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Prince jumps on board, and I was still am a huge Prince fan. And I won't go into how the movie's soundtrack wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be.
It's amazing. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Party Man's the best.
Right. 200 balloons. But I just loved what Keaton brought to it, the raw intensity. I literally did not think he could pull it off, but he did. And then he came back, and I thought even brought it up another level in Batman Returns.
Returns is good, man.
It's a great. I love Michelle Pfeiffer's.
It's a Christmas film.
It is. It is that we might be discussing because it's a great movie. But one of the things I have to tell you is that the Batman Returns has a very special place in my heart, because when Tina and I got married. We got married June 20th, 1992, and we went to the town of Hot Springs in Arkansas.
Right on.
You know, and
Good
it's
little town.
Yeah, it's a great little town.
Good little town.
Lots of history in it. Lots of things, you know, to do. And after a couple of days, we left the hotel to go find those things to do.
Wow.
Sorry, Tootie. But one of the things that we did, of course, we went to Dollywood with the wooden roller coaster. But we decided to go find a movie to watch. And first of all, I have to give a huge shout out to Jill Dryden.
Okay.
With the Garland County Library for helping me with this.
Okay.
So we went to a place called the Malco Theater in downtown Hot Springs, which closed a few years later, 1995. And it was this beautiful theater, you know, old time. You could tell they had done, you know, the silence there. You know, they had you'd play the music in front of them. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I couldn't remember the name of it. So I reached out to someone at the Garland County Library. And Miss Jill, thank you very much, because she told me right off that she knew, oh, that's the Malco Theater. So then I started looking at it. This was actually the theater that our president, Bill Clinton, would go to as a kid.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of history.
Did you just connect Bill Clinton and Batman?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes,
that's a thread.
And now it's owned by a local magician.
Okay.
Maxwell Blade.
I've actually been in front of that theater.
Yes, it's beautiful on the inside.
Yeah, I've actually seen that.
So it's just, like I said, it just holds a very special place in my heart, because that was, you know, a honeymoon trip, and going to see that movie, and just in this beautiful, you just don't know how those theaters evoke the nostalgia in me. I don't know if I've ever told you, but my grandmother and grandfather on my dad's side worked at the Paramount Theater in Alexandria back when it was all, you know, silent, just going into the 40s and 50s, and all the velvet ropes, you know, the flashlights, all of that stuff. When I see those things, it just makes my heart skip. So
Batman Returns holds a high
nostalgia
watermark for you.
It does. And again, the performances are wonderful.
Oh yeah.
You know, I love
it's fun.
How Batman basically falls, you know, for Catwoman.
Oh yeah.
And the performances that they put in. Christopher Walken, awesome. Danny DeVito, over the top. You know, I'll never see a man eat a fish the same way again. But absolutely, so huge shout out to Michael Keaton. As my favorite Batman of TV and screen.
Keaton brings beatings, man.
Yes, he does.
and what was it?
Who are you?
Tim Burton always talked about the eyes. His eyes really evoked.
They did
that intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're not. I can't fault that, because I mean, Keaton, you know, is up there.
Yeah.
What was crazy was that I said Batfleck was number one for me right now, and it really is. But Keaton's number two, Bale's on third. Batman Returns, I remember heavily because they had that huge tie-in with McDonald's.
Yes.
And you had the glassware, the cups, and then a whole big thing they tied in was the disc. The disc that came out when he was in the Batmobile with the Red Circus Triangle gang,
right?
And shooting the disc out of the Batmobile, and that's what they said the top of the sodas were. You can throw the bat disc.
So I was really big into it when Batman came out, and I don't know if you remember. I'm sure you've seen it, Batman cereal.
Oh yeah. I had it as a kid.
Yeah,
totally.
There was so. I mean, you could get like a Batman bank,
with the bank.
And you could, you know, and they just hit. I mean, marketing. I mean, you hadn't seen something done that well since probably Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
You couldn't go anywhere without it having a bat symbol on it. You know, and the Batman song, Bat Dance.
Oh, Bat Dance.
You know, it was on heavy rotation. Back when MTV stood for music television,
rotation was heavy on the music video.
Yes, it was heavy on it.
Definitely go back if you haven't seen the Prince videos that they did.
Yeah. Oh no, I know.
I love the half Joker Batman thing going on. That's crazy.
I actually, of course, it's a huge Batman fan. I was working at the time at a record store, Peppermint Records, and I have a special commemorative. It's a tin, a circular tin that the all black compact disc goes in with the motion picture soundtrack. And
Nice.
everything in it's just all shaped like a circle, and it's all got the Batman symbol. It's one of my favorites.
That's legit.
Yeah. So
This was a very hard list
Yes.
to put together, as you could.
I enjoy making it, difficult on you.
Yeah. Oh no.
Seeing
totally.
you sweat.
Oh
yeah.
me. Yeah. No. I've been looking forward to this, but man, having to go through and like pick, there's stuff that I didn't even mention. We didn't mention, the greatness of Schumacher and Forever and Batman and Robin. I look on those fondly because they're fun.
Batman's got nipples.
Oh yeah, totally.
My favorite from all of those has got to be though when Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, yeah.
Jumps down onto the holy rusted grail Batman.
Holy rusted metal, Batman! 42-year-old. There's
Yes.
another podcast I listen to that talks about like the Batman movies in depth,
Mm-hmm.
and man, they always talk about how Chris O'Donnell was just like an old man face. It's like Robin looks super old. Dick Grayson, he may look really old in those films, but I mean, they're fun nonetheless.
They are.
I really wish Clooney would have got a better shake, though.
Yeah.
I really wish
Yeah.
he would have got another chance because I liked his portrayal of Bruce Wayne. I thought it worked pretty well.
And Drew Barrymore as what was she? Sugar?
She was Sugar.
Sugar.
She was totally Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid choice for number one for you. With,
Well, thank
with
you.
Keaton. Keaton's
I'm
great.
glad you approved.
No,
Being the
no.
Batman fan that you are,
I love Keaton.
I
You
think
can't go wrong.
that's a nice little touch.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. I have a lot of Batman '89 merch.
yeah.
This was great, man. This was a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun.
I'm glad I didn't put the video game stuff in here. I'm glad I kind of stuck to the movies and animation.
Yeah.
But this was
Well,
fun.
I'll
man.
tell you what I'd like to do. I would like to offer you now
Oh gosh.
for you and I to sit down and do a complete disarray episode about the videos because I don't know very much about them.
The video games.
The video games.
Oh, okay.
And so you don't have to make a list or
Yeah.
anything. We just sit down and we'll talk for about an hour. And you could tell me all about the video games.
Yeah, I've never been the biggest video game guy,
Mm-hmm.
but that Batman Arkham series, pretty fantastic.
Oh, man,
there's a lot of like stuff in there that's really fun.
I will get down with some Batman on the Game Boy. I mean that was the shizzle when I was a kid.
No, man, if you were really cool, you had the Tiger handheld Batman game that you would play. That was fun back in the day.
Yeah. So we'll have to do that.
We'll have to. Okay.
And then that way it'll be the bookend to the whole Batman.
Oh, there's so much. There's so much.
Well, of course, we
Batman.
could do Batman toys too. But
Oh man, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started. I'm trying to whittle that down.
Let's see what 2022 brings.
Let's hopefully see that it.
Well, Matt,
2021, 2021, 22.
I know. Huh?
We'll see what happens with it.
So, thank you again for doing this with me. I know it was hard on you.
It was fun though.
It was a lot of fun.
Talking about Batman's fun.
Yeah, and thanks to Kim for the wonderful
Yeah,
meal
shout out
that
to the
she-
wife, man. My wife, she hooked it up tonight with the
Yes,
meal
she
before
did.
the podcast.
and laying out your DVDs in a nice orderly fashion
I had
for
it
you.
in. I had it in.
Oh,
I had it in
pshaw. Pshaw.
She laid it all out. No, you took it out of order. Watch it.
There's
It was
order to
funny,
my
right?
madness.
I walk into in the area. I'm like, no, what did you do? That's good. This was a lot of fun, Jamie. Thank
was,
you for.
it was.
We should do it again, definitely.
We will.
All
We
right,
will.
good,
So
good.
thank you very much. And thank you out there in the podcast universe for joining us for this episode of Fave 5 from Fans. We'll be coming back to you hopefully every week. If we don't have another phase or we don't have another hurricane. Jesus, 6 hurricanes?
We had too many hurricanes.
What was that? Anyway. And remember, folks, it may not be the best. It may not be the most popular. But if it's your favorite, then it's good enough for us. Matt, say goodnight.
Good night.
This is Hulk Boy from Hollywood signing off. Roar. Dun, 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 Batman. Nobody's going to. Oh, wait, that's the wrong song.